Okay, let me get that. Sorry about that, y'all. Shalom, everybody in the chat. Shalom, LVZ.
Shalom, sis. How you doing? Happy New Year.
Yeah, same to you. Everybody in the chat. I hope everybody is doing well. You know, look, Donald Trump, Vivek, and Elon are not backing down, and they're still warring over on X. I just go over there and peek in and see what's going on, and they're still fighting back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing has changed, but
Yep.
just the irony in the whole thing, y'all. You know, look, they're about to get these migrants south of the border. They're showing you which ones are undesirable, they're getting them out, but they going to bring a slew of them over from India. And LVZ, please help me out. I can't figure out for the life of me why these East Indians hate us so much. I know damn well we are not going over there vacationing. I mean, how many of you go to East India? I mean, go over to India to vacation and chill out.
I don't like you because you wear deodorant.
I don't like you
Yes.
because you don't have brown teeth.
You see, yes, you don't. Yes. Your teeth are white and you don't smoke funky ass cigarettes and you don't wear flip flops in the winter. I don't like you.
I mean, it makes no sense. They got this hatred for us, and I was like, I know darn well what did we do to them? But see, they know how to come over here and hook up with white supremacy. And now he's doubling back and going after them. But like I said before to y'all, Vivek is saying all of the things that they have been saying to black people for centuries up in here. Oh, you're lazy. Oh, you don't apply. You don't work hard. Y'all don't do this. Y'all don't do that. Y'all got a low IQ. See, they did that to us the entire time up in here. Now, for the first time, somebody is giving them a dose of their own medicine, telling them that they don't work hard, they're lazy, they're mediocre, and they can't handle it. They can't handle it.
It was funny to me because I said, "Damn, he sound like every Indian cab driver I ever hopped out on and ran away from and didn't pay a fare."
Oh, LVZ, I got to tell you something. The last time you were on live stream with me, you dropped the F bomb. You said the F word, right? So YouTube said they because of that they could not monetize me. And I said, "YouTube, you're full of crap. This week alone, you know what I've been doing, LVZ? I have gone to some of the white channels to hear how they feel about all this stuff that's being said about, the white community. And them
Yeah,
guys are dropping F bombs all over the place and still got commercials playing.
this is
YouTube, you're
crazy.
full of shit.
Well, I'm sorry, sis. I'm going.
No, look, LVZ, either be fair across the board or shut the hell up, YouTube, for real.
Right,
I
right.
went over on a couple of white guys that were mad about what Vivek and Elon was saying, and they were dropping F bombs all over the place. And I could clearly see commercials playing on them damn videos so y'all can miss me with, oh, your guest said this. Y'all can miss me with it. So
Yeah,
anyway, go ahead, LVZ.
but yeah, don't that sound like every cab driver we done ever had? Your IQ is low. That is why no one likes to ride with you because you don't work hard. You're lazy. I'm like, hold up. I'm just getting off of work and you giving me a ride. You big head clown. And why do it smell like camel farts, old ass cigarettes, and feet in here?
Yeah, yeah, for real. So anyway, y'all, Donald Trump wants to lift the restrictions on the amount of H-1B visas that can be given to these Indians so they can come over here in unlimited amounts. All right. So you're going to, in one instance, run off these second grade education Latinos. You want to run them off, but you're going to bring in millions because if he lift restrictions for those visas, they're coming by the millions, y'all. They
Well,
they gonna get the hell out of India and come straight over here by the millions.
because they already crowded. Well, you know what they basically saying, y'all. So basically, Donald Trump's policy is bye bye burritos, hello curry. Let's
Right,
go.
right. Because I mean, for a long time, a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, they're going to replace us," but technically, not the migrants that are coming south of the border. You can even look at some of the interviews with them. Many of them have not gone beyond elementary school. Those kind of people, you can't just throw them in any job. You are not getting college education Latinos coming across the border. You're getting the ones that didn't get past second grade or
Is it a
third grade.
college? Is it a college in in the area that would be respected if they came up here?
Right.
I'm just saying, there's no disrespect to
Right.
my
I mean, it's
Latino.
none, but those people are not coming with the kind of educations that they're talking about. You can't take those south of the borders coming that just didn't make it past elementary school and throw them in Silicon Valley.
Right.
Maybe you could if they're the janitor. You can put them there if you gonna make them the janitor. Yeah, you can put them over there. But as far as the high tech jobs, nah.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
And it's millions of black people with degrees, but you're not
Oh
gonna get
yeah.
no job there. And so,
LVZ, there are more black men in college in this country than white men. It's not that many white men with degrees, and that's because they have relied on white privilege to get them everything they want. It makes me laugh. They're over there arguing on X that they made it on merit. That's a damn lie. They made it on race. They're on these jobs and getting these incomes based on race, and it's always been that way in America. America don't do nothing on merit. America does everything based on race.
basically, and you know what the most hilarious part to me is? The same people that want the Department of Education demolished and this, that, and the third are now crying, "Hey, well, if you educate us, we make if you educate us, we can
Yeah,
get the
right.
jobs being in tech." Hold up. You don't even want to fund the schools so they could have computers, let
Yeah, no,
alone
and you throwing books out of the library because you want Black history gone.
right.
Okay, y'all are literally pulling books from libraries all over this country because you're trying to bury the Black history.
I'm wondering why the kids are getting so dumb. You're not allowed to learn that. Well,
No.
there you go, right there. That's why they're getting dumb. It,
Hmm.
so
Well, the kids can't smarten up if the adults around them are stupid. Okay, it just doesn't work. If the adults are dumb as hell, how do you expect the kids to get smarter?
right. Like, hold on. You sitting here complaining about the board of education, you're not funding the schools correctly. If you took a fraction of the money that you spend on defense and put it into schooling, no school would be bad. Every school would be full of computers, the best education possible kids could get, and teachers would be paid a good wage. A whole lot of problems would be solved if you just stop spending money on the war machine.
Right. And make sure every school got good materials and stop giving black students secondhand books from white schools.
Exactly.
Start with that, okay? Start with
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. So now they mad that that man sat there and called them some retards.
Well,
And
they've been calling us retards for hundreds of years. They're just
yeah,
getting
that's
called
true.
one for the first time.
Yeah, is he calling us retards?
Hmm.
Yeah, you cross-eyed
And,
half-wit.
and, and then that Laura Looney made it even worse when she said
That is a
European
ugly one.
Americans built this country. No, you didn't build this country. You had slaves, okay?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that
y'all
right
didn't.
there, the fact that you had slaves tells me you could never be no hard worker up in here and you
Yeah,
got slaves.
you never built anything. You always use work from overseas to build America. You rubber faced bitch. That's an ugly woman right there. She is never taking a good picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Talking about European American. I said, there go your problem right there. The work that other people do, you try to claim you did it. And that's right there is a form of lazy,
Yeah. Now
you
that
know?
Botox look like a form of lazy. They got her face looking like that. That's an ugly woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Elon done took her blue check mark
Yeah.
and I think she was monetized over there. She ain't monetized over there anymore.
Nope. The citizen of free speech. Look, he was stuttering. That's right. I'm going to take your check. I'm getting abused on here. I was like, damn, it's a good thing I don't got a check because I'm always saying something bad about him on there.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. We know that. Come on, y'all. Slave labor is still prevalent in the US. They use the migrants that come across the border. They use the inmates in the jails. I mean, it's still a very prevalent thing in the country.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
So for
is.
them to say they, I guess now, the inmates that are putting together products for Walmart, I guess you did that too, huh? Are y'all gonna claim you did that too?
We
See,
built everything, even these radios made in China. Get the
yes,
fuck out of here. It
yes,
ain't
even the American flag that says "Made in China," we made that.
right, right. And we can't even make our own damn flag. Get up out of here.
Mhm. Right, right, exactly, exactly. So, y'all, I'm gonna show you this video on Donald Trump agreeing with Elon, and Vivek. You notice Donald Trump is not telling them to back off. You know why? He doesn't care. If you go back, there was a video, and I remember watching it. It was Donald Trump on the campaign trail. He was on stage and he said to the MAGA nuts, I don't care about you. I just want your vote.
I just want your vote. Yep.
And them idiots, I mean, y'all, you mean to tell me y'all didn't pick up on that?
Nah, they thought it was a joke. They was laughing with him.
Donald Trump don't care about you.
Who jokes like that?
Right. He don't care about you. And y'all just finding this out now. This is a hell of a time to find it out. You done voted for him. And Elon is going to remain by Donald Trump's side unless they fall out. Donald Trump don't get along with anybody. But Elon is going to be there whether you like it or not. Donald Trump want to be around a bunch of millionaires and billionaires.
I
That's
was
why he
about
don't
to say.
care about the MAGA crowd because that's not what y'all are.
I was about to say, do y'all realize he got a billion reasons why he's going to be Elon Musk's friend?
Mm-hmm.
He got a billion reasons why he gonna be that big head nerd friend and why he gonna listen to whatever he say.
Right. Right.
This about to be the United States of Elon.
And the thing is, you notice Donald Trump is not even trying to mediate and try to bring peace to all the fallout that's going on in the Republican Party. He's sitting there letting them fight back and forth, and he ain't stepping up at all. He don't care. He don't care. And you notice Elon and Vivek has not backed off. They're still going out there insulting y'all, calling you stupid and mediocre and dumb and slow. And
Mhm.
Elon called y'all retarded. Elon called MAGA retarded and called y'all some racist.
Yep. And
I just think that's hilarious. But yeah, but Elon is flaky anyway. When it came down to racism of black people, he sure didn't step up and say anything. But now he got his mouth wide open.
you guys are messing with my money. You guys are racist. You would
Mm-hmm.
know, wouldn't you? You would know who's racist.
Mm-hmm. I know, right? Let me go ahead and play the video. Give me a one if y'all can see the screen. Please give me a one. Thank you. How you doing, KD? Thank you. All right. Let me go ahead and play this.
President elect Trump weighing in on an issue that's been dividing some of his most high profile supporters. The controversy is over H-1B visas that allow foreigners with highly coveted tech skills to work in the U.S. for up to 6 years.
H-1B visas, that's not what it's about. It's about taking American jobs and bringing over essential or become indentured servants at lower wages.
Former Trump advisor Steve Bannon ramping up his criticism of the visa program today, arguing that Americans deserve reparations for having to coexist with immigrants on H-1B visas. That
Say
comes after
what?
Trump told the New York Post, "I've always liked the visas," even though he criticized them while running for president in 2016.
Now saying, I have many H-1B visas on my properties. I've been a believer in H-1B. It's a great program. The controversy has been dividing Republicans for days. Some of Trump's closest advisors, including billionaire Elon Musk, have been defending the program, along with others in the tech industry, which relies heavily on those workers. Some Republicans skeptical of the program.
I think the abuses of the H-1B program have been evident.
One far-right activist even slamming Trump's new artificial intelligence advisor for supporting easing restrictions on skilled foreign workers in the past. The immigration issue revealing a rift in Trump's coalition weeks before his inauguration, pitting the populist MAGA wing of the GOP against business leaders.
Trump appearing to agree with Musk this summer.
Somebody graduates at the top of the class, they can't even make a deal with the company because they don't think they're going to be able to stay in the country. That is going to end on day one.
Over the weekend, Musk threatened to, quote, go to war on the issue, but later wrote that the program is broken and needs major reform. It all comes as the tech industry faces another looming battle, a ban on TikTok in the U.S., set to begin January 19th if the social media giant is not sold by its Chinese parent company. In a new legal filing Friday, the president-elect is trying to buy himself time, asking the Supreme Court to delay that ban, arguing the unfortunate timing of the law interferes with the incoming administration's ability to negotiate a resolution. It's the latest move in Trump's complicated history with the app, trying to ban it in 2020, then promising throughout his 2024 campaign to save it.
The Supreme Court now scheduled to hear arguments in the TikTok case on January 10th, leaving just 9 days to issue a decision before the ban would take effect.
At Success Academy, we care about arts.
Y'all, yeah, they get reparations. Come on. That is the dumbest thing ever.
No, see. Right there, that shit pissed me off. The hell he mean they deserve reparations? They don't deserve a damn thing.
No,
That's
they
what
don't.
they deserve.
No, they don't.
A kick in their flat white ass. That's what they deserve.
Well, according to Donald Trump, see, when I said this before, some people got on videos and said, well, he didn't say reparations for white people. I said, no, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Okay. I don't know what the hell they need reparations for.
Yeah, he wasn't talking about
Boy,
us.
I tell you, these people always try to be the victim in everything, for real.
I told you. It's a bunch of white dudes in their aunt's basement jacking off by themselves with no girlfriend, looking all weird, dressing up like a wizard, talking about, hey man, I could do those tech jobs. White people all across the world have the highest IQ. Yeah. Now how come your dumb ass is a 38-year-old virgin? Go sit your incel ass down.
Right. I know. Yeah, you got the highest IQ in words only. I mean, look, even this foreigner Elon and Vivek are telling you y'all are not you're not the sharpest tools in the shed. I think many of us have picked up on that over the years. How you doing, True Royal?
I'm doing fine.
I'm gonna tell you what's happening. Happy New Year.
I don't acknowledge it. Oh my goodness. But I appreciate the kindness. Don't forget our New Year is in March.
Well, what we're talking about is Donald Trump wants to make the visa program where unlimited amounts of these East Indians can come in here, and he's going to do this as he's pulling these south of the border Latinos the hell up on out of here.
Okay, I've been listening to it, and I got something I want to add to this. So we're going to piggyback on the last stream I was on with you, where white folks is crying that they making 30 and 40 an hour and they can't make ends meet. Okay, so we put that to the side. So what does that tell us? Where they are looking around the country for people to come back to this country, which they've been doing for eons, to work here. That means that this country is not investing in themselves. So when is somebody going to fully wake up to that? And those very people that are pissing and moaning, they children don't have no value at all. You see where I'm coming from with this? This country is not investing in itself, is not investing in the children or anything. So they want to go around the country and import people and have them come here because they claiming America looking real bad. They're supposed to be the superpower that they can do anything. They so strong, but then you got to go to these unquote third world countries to come on now, look at this. This is going to be an implosion. I'm telling y'all, something is big about to happen.
Strong in word only.
Mm-hmm.
Strong in word only. Well, it's just like when I went over to X, I was telling LVZ, they out there writing, oh, they get everything on merit. I said, no, you get everything on race. Y'all are in these high-paying jobs based on race. You are not there over no damn merit. Stop lying.
Yeah. So so it's like, okay, we got all these different groups. So we got the megas, and we know they just the lowest form of human you could think of. Trump gonna have to deal with that problem because they so radical and they believe in him so much, but still they got to go in them same stores like we got to go in and go shop and stuff, and the only color they see is green. Then they not investing in them because they know that they can't do a worth a damn, but they not willing to pick tomatoes. They not willing to wipe ass and all of that. It is going to create a problem. Right now on the surface, it looks
Donald Trump created
I'm loving it.
Let it be a problem.
I'm loving it at all.
They can't even stop fighting. They're still over there to this very moment fighting.
I know this much. When Sanjay get over this joint, he better know how to fight, because them white supremacists gonna be on his
head. Pour on the racism on these East Indians when they show up.
Get on over here, Sanjay. Get on back to your country.
Oh yeah, they'll say that real quick. See, they think that always apply. They think that always apply to us. They think that always apply to us. And like I told a Chinese dude, I said they don't like your ass either. At the end of the day.
No. And you got to look at how these people are when they get here. And one of the things they do is their go-to thing is always to attack us. And they're already trying to show the white man, oh no, I'm with you. I'm not with them in words. I'm with you. And they all do it. I don't care who they are. The Latinos do it. The Arabs do it. The Indians do it. It don't matter if they come from European countries. They do that's the go-to thing for all foreigners.
Yeah, to come down, to come down on us. So, I always say, okay, we got to look at it also with our spiritual eye. It's so many different levels to this war. You are actually acknowledging who is going to reclaim their throne. These prophecies are going to be fulfilled. They can't stop it. So keep acknowledging us. Just keep acknowledging us.
I'm loving the division that's going on between them now. And I really think at this point, because their egos are so bruised and they are so disappointed in Elon, Donald Trump, and Vivek, I think this division is so deep, they can't come back together.
So the question that I asked
is called lazy and mediocre. That is like damaging to them.
So the question that I asked, I have a question to ask, and me and Lisa kind of kicked it around a little bit about this on the phone. When do y'all think Trump and Elon is going to fall out?
I I already said that they not gonna fall out because he got a billion reasons why he not gonna fall out. Um, it's a reason why he's sticking with Vivek and Elon against MAGA Nation because he know eventually they just gonna fall in line.
I
All
disagree.
that's how them people is morons. They
I
gonna fall in
disagree. I
line.
disagree. I
Soon as he
disagree.
let,
Even
soon,
even though you
let
and
me
Lisa are
finish.
saying the
Can I?
same thing, I disagree.
Well, I feel like what he gonna do as soon as he get these get when he start his little Mexican roundup, that's gonna distract him long enough to bring in the few people he need for Elon's corporation.
Okay, so
I believe at the end of the day, they not gonna see them. It's not gonna be this that they break up over. What they gonna break up over is when them prices hit.
okay, this is where I disagree at. Um, and I'm only looking at the relationship to Trump and money. So Trump, when his daddy was living, he would bail him out. Then when Pops died and he run through his inheritance, he goes to the banks in America and don't even pay them back. Okay, so Elon then bought him a position, a so-called, and they already calling him the actual president. You know, Trump ain't gonna go for that. Trump don't give a damn what you do.
You,
He
you,
don't give a
you're
damn.
breaking up. You're breaking up, True Royal.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, because the
Trump.
first part of what you said it was silent.
Okay, I was saying Trump don't give a damn what you do for him when it comes for money. Yeah, you might be able to hold his attention for a little bit, but you got to remember the mindset of this malignant narcissist. And he gonna feel some kind of way when people keep calling Elon the president and Trump don't give a damn if you give him some money. You can't hold his attention like that. We have already had a taste of Trump. We know how he get down. What is he gonna do different? And the first time them two um disagree, Trump gonna be ready to get rid of him because he gonna feel like, oh, you taking my glory. Now, I could be wrong on this. Maybe Trump will change, but I just can't see it at this point that you could hold him for 4 years like that. Trump is not to be trusted at all. The only way Elon can hold him is he gonna have to continue to give him money over and over
And
again,
I think he
or he
will.
gonna have to buy
And
back,
that's what
or he
I'm
I
gonna
think
saying
he
he gonna
will.
do, just
I
like
think
Putin
that's
did,
exactly what he's
like
going to
the
do.
Addisons did. It's no problem. This we talking about the richest person. He gonna.
okay.
This
But
is
how long?
something. Hold on, let me finish. If he sucked up to Putin, who ain't the richest man, he sucking up. He gonna suck up to this dude who the richest man. If he sucked up to the Adelsons, who just the richest Americans, not the richest people, he gonna still suck up to what Elon want. Now, he gonna like the little chatter? No, you're right. He ain't gonna like it. But as long as he keep pumping money, which he gonna do, because this presidency is about one thing: the greatest robbery of the people have ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's true, but I want to ask you a question, LVZ. Okay, I don't know what it's like to be a unquote man. Okay, so you the man, and I'm furnishing you this money, but you gonna be on top of your company. You the president of your company, and I didn't bought my way into your company, and I didn't broke you off a big chunk of cash, but I'm always stepping on your toes. But I keep giving you money. How long are you going to put up with me, even though I keep furnishing you cash?
Me is different from a white corporate executive. If I'm a white corporate executive like Donald Trump, until you run out of money or until I get another source.
So that wouldn't
That's what
it wouldn't. So you think what you saying? It wouldn't even bother you. I'm disrespecting you. I'm stepping on your toes. We not
I
agreeing.
said.
We doing.
You didn't listen, did you? I said me is
Mhm.
different from a white corporate executive, which Donald Trump is.
Okay.
And he is going to take the money first. All of that stuff don't mean nothing to him for real. It's about robbing people right now.
Now
And
that's true.
Elon part of the robbery. He not look, he not even smart enough to know the robbery. All of the people who in on the robbery have written, look, this how you gotta do it. This what I need you to do. And this why he's sticking with Vivek, who a half a billionaire, and the richest person there. The, if it was about him not getting no money and Elon was talking shit, yeah, he'd shut Elon down.
Okay, so we know Trump, and somebody put it there. He about that bag and all, but then we got to also add that other component. He's a malignant narcissist, and I
That's
cannot
true.
see this. I cannot see this dude sitting up here, even though somebody furnishing coins and all of that. He still want that glory and all, And
Oh,
then let's take Elon. Elon, and let's take it a way step down. The nature of white folks, especially a white male, when they done donated some money to your cause or organization, they feel like they got a big voice. They could put a damn penny in it. So Elon gonna be doing stuff that Trump don't even know, and when he find out, they gonna clash. That's why I keep saying, how long is this mess gonna last?
like I say, that's why he gave him that thing about economics. As long as he stay in his wheelhouse, he fine.
Well, you know
And
what?
that's what he trying to do. He trying to bring over all the curry powder he can. I'm trying to tell you.
Mhm.
Y'all look, y'all
And
see here
you notice, yeah,
taco.
what you're saying is right, LVZ, because if you notice, I had said this before, Republicans are not against immigration. They're not.
No,
They're fine as long as they can exploit the immigrant. See, they don't care about these old fruit picking Latinos. They don't see them as big contributors. But these high tech ones, yeah, you know how much they can exploit them?
and truth be told,
And they will work,
y'all.
from what I understand, y'all, when they get here, they're going to be working 7 days a week.
Oh, I know. I look.
7 days a week, y'all.
Let me tell y'all, I used to, for this little tech company out of Virginia, they used to hire me out to drive around these weird smelling Indian dudes. They would rent me some of the nicest cars to drive to pick up these Indian dudes, and all day they be on their phone. I'm just going to be on my phone, checking the radar in the area. I said, "What are you doing?" Oh, basically, what we do, we check the cell phone towers for the T-Mobile. So I said, all you doing is working on. I said, all I seen you do so far is type on a computer for like 25 minutes and get on the phone and talk to your friends in Indian.
Mhm.
Anybody could do that job. I mean, they're paying me 70,000. I'm here on H-1B visa.
Yeah, yeah. And I worked with some of them. I
Right.
worked in IT, LVZ, and I worked with some of those H-1B visa workers. And not only are they going to work them 7 days a week, you got to understand how this works. Number one, if you come over here on an H-1B visa, you are not allowed to join a union. You
Nope.
are not allowed to even fight with your employers.
Nope.
Not only do they work them 7 days, they take their passports. Whatever corporation they work for, hold their passports. And what happens is, if they're not cutting it, they put them on the next plane the hell out of here.
And when they
They
first
got
get
more
here, y'all,
control over them than they would the average American worker. And I know this for a fact. I used to work with some of them.
and when they first get here, you know what they do, y'all? They contract out hotels like out in suburban areas like Northern Virginia, because I know, and they live in them damn hotels for
Yeah.
months until they decide, okay, you can go ahead and stay. You're gonna be here because you've been here working like a slave the whole time. I'm telling you, That's why I'm saying, True Roar, they not even gonna see these Indians. That's why it's not gonna be a problem. You barely gonna see them because you gonna be asleep and they gonna be still working. You,
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
they won't-
that is a form of slavery. Now I
It
see
is.
somebody in here say that
It is.
Trump respects money. Trump does not respect money. You got to look at his relationship to money. He doesn't
he
He's
love
respect
flirting
it.
with
money.
money.
He
He
love
runs.
money, but
He
he
Flirting with
yeah
fucks
money.
it up too much
he love
respect.
it. But his relationship. See, people have relationships to money. His relationship to money is to run through money, and he
Yeah,
act like money is going to
yeah,
always be there.
it's gonna replenish itself because it
Yes,
always has, True
For
Raw.
him, it
Like
has.
you
yeah, it
said.
has. You're
Yeah,
right
for him,
about
it
that.
has.
And
It
that's why I'm
has.
saying, look, the way you started out the story, I was like, oh, I know Auntie C kind of what I'm talking about.
I said
All
I
he done
do.
ever, all he done ever did was stick close to men with money, and they'll bail him out. Now he got
Yes.
somebody with basically more cash than he ever gonna spend.
Yeah,
Then look,
but then is he willing to kiss his ass
but
on
watch
top of
this.
that?
For a while,
This the
yeah.
thing. This the thing. This guy is a nerd. A lot of the times he kissing Trump ass. So that's
Mhm.
the thing. What did his mom say? He over there at Mar-a-Lago talking to Barron because he just like Barron. We got to understand him and Trump got a lot in common,
Mhm.
except Trump was the bully and he was the one that people picked on. They
So
both got
I got
baby
a question
mamas
to
and
ask you.
kids all over the place.
I got a
Mhm.
question to ask you, LVZ.
What's
So
up,
are
man?
you the question that I'm asking you is so based on what you're saying, all of this is going to work out fine and dandy for Trump and Elon. Is that what you're saying?
Until the presidency is over, yep, they gonna break up when the money stop. When he ain't in control of nothing, and Elon ain't got no use for him, they gonna break up then.
Okay, well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a lot of advantages for Elon being around Donald Trump.
Right? It
Elon
just
is trying to get more government contracts. And you got to understand, Elon was nothing in South Africa. He didn't have no
right.
money. His
He ain't
money
no money.
came when he crossed that ocean and came to America and started getting all them government contracts. That's where his wealth came from. So as
Mhm.
long as he stick under Donald Trump, he's going to continue to get these multi-million-dollar contracts.
Mhm.
And I really truly believe that's the only reason why he's clinging to Donald Trump. He
Oh yeah,
wants
Yeah,
yeah.
more
Yeah,
money.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
exactly. He gonna
But
be a straight good. He's gonna be look, True Roy. I know what you saying. It's gonna be times where Elon gonna be kissing Trump's ass publicly. You be like, what the fuck? Because
mhm.
he know what he got to do.
Mhm.
He want
I
that
just don't
money too.
I just can't see this thing for 4 years working smoothly because I mean I'm a person that
And
sits
because
back
Donald
and
Trump fall
really
out with, yeah, you're right. Because Donald Trump
Yeah,
basically falls out with every damn body.
every damn body. Yeah,
mhm,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna be smooth. No, it's gonna
mhm,
be times where he say some shit about Elon, and he gonna seriously. But
mhm,
Elon, this is one of the. This is the perfect relationship. The Peckerwood who puts you in the locker, and the Peckerwood who's fine with being put in the locker.
mhm.
That's all I think. I think this is just a weird relationship. I'm like, this dude, because I was thinking like you were first. I said they gonna clash. But
Mhm.
then I
Oh,
thought about I said, this dude a geek. He a
mhm.
Mhm.
fucking geek. He not I'm sorry, thank it. But he a geek. He's not your typical evil billionaire. He is an evil billionaire, but like this is the nerdiest, stupidest person I ever seen in my life.
But then LVZ, then I look at it also as the con game too. Who think when two people think they are conning each other and thinking they have an advantage over each other. So when somebody come to you with a con, and if you ain't thinking and quick on your feet, the first thing is your ego blows up and you be like, these people coming to me, I can get this money this quick. So you think you are conning the con.
Right. But see, in Elon and Donald Trump's case, I think they're gonna play off of each other.
Right.
So Elon know he's gonna get a flow of contracts. and all he's going to do is just keep appeasing Donald Trump by throwing all kinds of money at Donald Trump. They're going to kind of play off of each other.
Okay, that's true.
So it might last for a while. Yeah. Do I believe they're going to fall out? Hell yeah.
Yeah, they
Hell yeah.
eventually gonna fall out because eventually he not gonna be useful while he in government. Man, people keep forgetting Elon was a Democrat at one point in time.
Sure was. Donald Trump was too.
So,
Right.
but y'all just hit on something that just hit me. Okay, y'all said eventually, both of y'all said eventually these two will fall out. So who ends up with the advantage once they fall out? It looked like Elon might end up with the advantage.
I was about to say more than likely Elon.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I was about to say more than likely Elon. Look, because at the end of the day, it ain't gonna be no court cases waiting for Elon Musk.
No.
It's gonna be
There's plenty waiting for Donald Trump though.
And how old is Elon? Do anybody know?
I don't know.
You have to look
I
that
have
one
no
up.
idea.
I don't think I have ever been that interested in Elon. So I never looked up his age.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know
He's
younger. Yeah.
Is he in his 60s or 50s? He looked like a big bag of yogurt.
Yeah, he looked weird. He looked like he going through the change, like he taking some hormone pills because his skin
53.
looking strange to me.
One person said 53, one person said 55.
So he's somewhere in his 50s. Let's just say he's somewhere in his 50s. Okay,
Yeah,
he's still young, and
Yeah.
Trump, Trump ain't
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
No.
Trump ain't well.
No,
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that footage of Trump shitting all over himself, and they had to rush him into another room?
Nah.
Yeah, he had another episode.
He had a couple of them when he was president before. He had some before. That situation with elderly people don't get better. That actually gets worse.
Uncontrollable bowels.
And remember when he was in office the last time, he had some accident and he went out there and people kept calling him Diaper Don, and he got so mad.
He got mad.
He got mad
When they had the float with him with the diaper at the parade. You remember that?
Yes.
Yep.
That was
See what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened. He had a phone call and he got mad at Elon because they said when he get upset, his bowels get uncontrolled. I said he gonna have to be wearing a diaper around the clock.
Hold on. No, hold on. True Roy, are you saying that man was mad as shit?
Wow.
I was showing them videos and people said I was lying and making it up. And I said, I know what I'm talking about. Trump got problems. I was ahead of the game. I seen them shit stains down there at the golf course.
How you doing, Tareen? How you doing, Tareen? I see you in there.
What's up, man?
That shit is funny to me.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let me go over the article and then I'll stop so y'all can comment. So, President-elect Donald Trump has a well-known Indian American venture capitalist, the Shriram Krishna, which MAGA had a meltdown over on X because Donald Trump appointed him as the House Office of Science and Technology. So he's Donald Trump's AI guy and senior advisor. And MAGA, they had a meltdown over this pick because he's Indian American. It's anticipated that he has a significant impact on U.S. immigration reform, as well as the direction of technology in the future. The appointment also coincides with a proposal to remove the national cap on H-1B visas being considered by the U.S. administration. Now, Donald Trump said he's willing to remove the cap, which now opens the door to millions of these East Indians coming over here to work. So they are going to be bringing in people that are engineers, and they're going to go into technology related industries when they get here. And y'all, those are the jobs that white people want.
Mhm.
Those are the jobs they want because they are some of the best paying jobs in the country. Now, I have told y'all that I was a senior IT manager. That's what I was, but that was my last job. And as a senior IT manager, when I got hired at $120,000 a year. And
Mhm.
we are talking about the early 2000s. You can imagine now the salaries go way up into the $200,000. I am not making this up. You can go out and look at some of these jobs. And yes, these folks are having a meltdown because they want those jobs. They don't want these jobs going to all them brown people coming over here. That's why they're having a meltdown. So if you bring all of these East Indians over here, your MAGA crew, they don't have no chance of getting those jobs.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm over here crying, laughing, trying to hold it in, y'all. I feel like Donald Trump was like, I, Harold and Kumar. I want more Harold and Kumar.
Mhm. You
And
mean,
that's
well, yeah. See, somebody said IT techs making 255K a year. They are.
but
Many of them are now up into, and if you are an AI specialist, do you know you can get $500,000 a year? Go look at the salaries for AI engineers. AI engineers make $500,000 a year.
but not if you bringing them in from India. Not when you bringing in Harold and Kumar. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
that's what they
And
doing.
but see, the MAGA dudes, they ain't smart enough for those kind of jobs, and that's what Vivek has been trying to tell them.
Well,
Y'all
you
ain't
listen
smart
here,
enough for those kind
Cabrera.
of jobs.
I'm going to tell you, Cabrera, I'm going to tell this true road, that black bastard LVC, and that Indian bastard Vivek Ramaswamy. I know all about pewters. I be on Twitters trolling niggers all day long. So I knows about some computers. What do you know? I'll be on there with the frog, trolling you black channels all the time, typing the N word in. Who do
Mhm.
you think does that? I know all about them pewters. Now give me one of them jobs.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
That's funny.
And yeah, but you know what? The more they bring those over, the more it diminishes white people from getting those jobs. And that's what they're all upset, and that's why they're fighting so hard over there because they want those jobs. You know how vain these people are. They want the highest paying job in the country, even if they are not qualified for it. That's what they want.
I love this shit.
Yeah, I'm loving it too. I love the division. The divisions are deep.
Well,
It's because you want to sit around talking about DEI and sell computers and stuff.
Hmm.
That's why Junior's dumb as a rock.
what's so funny to me, I gotta add my little 2 cent to it. What make them think they qualified? The
They're
MAGAs.
not.
They
You know,
qualified.
listen, True Royal. The jobs, and I said this before you came, the jobs have been given out in this country based on race. That's how it's, these folks will sit and talk about all that merit. Jobs have never been given out in this country based on no damn merit.
Oh, we know
Jobs
that.
are given out in America based on your color.
Uh-huh.
And that's the way it's always been. It's never been no other way.
The part that I'm loving about this, my prediction is coming true quicker than I even thought, that the MAGAs, because I keep saying Trump didn't pay attention to something. See, what he did was he gave poor white trash an opportunity to feel like they was a part of the political process, and they was willing
Mhm.
to do anything for him at one point. Like I said, they
And,
even
and,
donated to his.
and they're not listening to what's being said. See, they're
No.
so upset about being insulted
Mm-hmm.
that they're not listening. What they're saying is this country should have gone a lot further over the years when it comes down to technology. The fact that they keep getting jobs and don't have knowledge enough in those jobs, they have kept this country stagnant.
Yeah, I was about to say
So basically,
go ahead.
okay, I was just going to add, basically, Trump played them and he knew what to say to them because, and all he had to imply is black folks going to get something more than them. And the game been played on them so hard because everything they did was based on emotions. They didn't take the time to read and take the time to really assess what's really going on. They are not bright at all, and then they think they qualified. They don't even qualify to wipe somebody's ass. I hope they over here listening too as well. You got played at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
Trump better watch himself now because the MAGAs, they all emotional. It's not logical at
Hey,
all.
hey,
They
True
don't
Royal.
have
Hey,
any logic
True
because he
Royal.
was
True Royal. I want to say something because I'm listening to you, right? Can you imagine what his inauguration gonna look like now that MAGA ain't gonna show up? You know how Donald Trump gets all emotional over crowds, right?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
That
Yeah,
inauguration
because
might
like I
at this
said,
point that inauguration at this point might be empty.
Dude, it's
yeah, because
it's gonna be
LVZ does it well. Like I said, LVZ does it well. Billy Bob then donated his $2 and he feel like he got a lot to say and a lot of input. Billy Bob, you could have kept them $2 because Trump don't care about your $2.
Nah,
He got what he wanted, the vote. And you said
you ain't know it's gonna be a whole convention.
I got a good mocktail recipe. So I'm not gonna have no alcohol, but I'm gonna make myself one of those nice mocktails and get my big old bag of popcorn for the inauguration.
I'm trying to tell y'all who gonna be there.
True Royal and cherries too.
I'm trying to tell y'all who gonna be there. I have literally seen I've seen posters around town. It's going to be a convention here. It's gonna be all the sellouts. It's gonna be Byron Donalds, Wes Matthews, Antonio Brown, Waka Flocka Flame. Who else they say gonna be? Alveda King. Yeah, they all gonna be here. They gonna be here for the inauguration. I said they gonna have. I said ain't nobody gonna be there, and they still gonna have a tent on the side. Seriously, they having a whole convention, a black conservative convention.
If nothing else, Joe Biden said he was going to stay for Trump's inauguration. If nothing else, he got the most senile man in America that's going to be there.
What point?
Right. He ain't come to yours and tried to dish you when you was he forgot that shit. He don't even remember that.
No, he don't remember. He has no memory of that.
That's funny. You spot on. You know, he trying to show he's diplomatic. And you know, when you do the exchange, you know, you do the diplomatic thing. I would do Trump just like he did Biden.
That. Yeah, but Trump don't care about that.
I think it would hurt Trump's feelings. You know how soft he is.
But that's why I'm talking about the crowd. You got the MAGAs. Look, you're only a few weeks away from inauguration, and they're fighting like hell online. I said, boy, you thought his inauguration was sparsy the last time. Wait until you see it this time around. Donald Trump will have a meltdown when only 20 people show up.
I'd be shocked as I wouldn't be shocked if some of his kids don't show up.
They already trying you. I'm telling y'all, they know these. I'm telling y'all know the Peckerwood ain't that smart. All they gotta do is look squirrel, and they'll forget all about this. They already saying that what happened in New Orleans, he was from Hamas. Marjorie Taylor Greene said he came from across the border. None of that shit is true.
Mm-hmm.
They already trying to switch gears on it and get people stuck on that. So I'm
It's
telling you
just something
something.
about the January air and these people, right? You had the insurrection last year, and now you got the great divide and civil war online this year in January.
Nah, what else? What else happened? When did Charlottesville happen? It's all about when this Bama become president. Crazy stuff start happening.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
don't it?
Remember?
Yeah, you're right about that, LVZ. I was thinking of that Charlottesville when I seen that stuff in New Orleans.
Right. Think about when he become president, Lisa. The first thing that happened last time was the Madden shooter in Florida, remember? And then
Yeah, I
Charlottesville
remember.
happened.
Yeah, now
Mm-hmm.
and
So
now
this
look, this brother in New York, they beat him to death right in front of our eyes and stuff,
right.
and they felt very comfortable, you know. And I keep saying, in a clinical setting, they in the damn doctor's office beating your ass. Damn.
Yep. Yep. So I'm saying it's always something weird when this Bama become president. That's what I was saying one time on my channel. I was telling people, I was like, hey man, look, this is serious. When he become president, the air change. These Peckerwoods getting emboldened, and you gonna have to, weird stuff gonna start happening.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because they feel like they invincible. They can talk
Right.
sideways to you. They feel like they ain't gonna be touched at all. I seen a video when Trump first got into office, and a white boy purposely went to the hood and drove up and talked crazy to some brothers, but he didn't get that car going fast enough. They snatched the lining out of his behind.
See?
You know, you gonna deliberately come to the hood. You better make sure your car work right. You know, these Karens and stuff gonna be all out of control. But you know, folks ain't gonna just sit up there and just lay up there and just get talked greasy to all day. Because Trump, you don't have a personal bodyguard
Right.
with your broke ass. You sitting up here want to take stuff out of us, and your broke ass is making them damn videos crying that you can't make a air sandwich. Leave black folks alone.
Yep. That's what's about to happen to that goofy ass.
Mm-hmm.
And don't worry, the Hispanics ain't really going nowhere. Y'all know that,
Oh
right?
no. They still need their slave labor around the
Thank you.
country. You
I was
know,
about to say
they're
all
not.
they
They
do.
gonna get some of them out of here, but they
Right.
definitely ain't gonna get them all out.
I told people that I said the people that they don't leave, that they don't get out, what they gonna do is round them up and act like they're gonna get them out and make them work for free. It's gonna be a way to get slave labor.
Yeah,
People
well,
don't
you know
know
they're building those detention centers.
for them. Yep,
Yeah.
and they gonna work until they figure out your deport status. Why they building all of them detention centers way out in rural areas? Cause your ass gonna work on a farm, you goofy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be something when he gets in office. There's still a lot of people that don't believe Donald Trump is going to make the whole 4 years. I still see a lot of people feel that way.
Man, they gonna prop that man up like Weekend at Bernie's. They gonna have he gonna be at the podium. No, what we're gonna do, make sure the blacks don't get anything. Have a nice day. And
Who was
walk
that
off.
telling me? Who was that saying that Trump had needle marks on the back of his hand? Oh, my aunt was telling me that. When I to her, and she was on YouTube, and she seen some video, and you could tell he had been getting some kind of treatment or something. Trump had all these needle marks. You know how, like, if you get an IV stuck in you, especially if you know any of our high yellow black folks like me, that stuff leave like you'll turn kind of purplish or bluish and stuff.
Tell Auntie to get up off my grill. I'm on that heron. I'm back on it.
You call.
I'm back on that heron. I was hanging out with Hunter. Me.
And then I read, I don't know,
Yeah,
listen,
I
did you?
hear that noise too. It's some background noise I hear.
I think it's coming from LVZ.
Let me see.
Oh, he gonna go check. Hey Lisa, did you read anything about did you read anything about Mitch McConnell? They saying he about to step down.
Yes. Yeah, they said he gave up most of his leadership positions because I think he had a couple of them in the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he fell down again. Yeah, and I think they're now like, okay, the dude gotta go.
He keep falling down everywhere.
Him and Nancy Pelosi, both of them fell in what, November?
They didn't fail. They just keep falling and falling and falling. You know, they got to dry their ass to work, wheel them in the building. When you got to wheel somebody in to work, it is over.
Mm-hmm.
Leave that alone.
But they want to die in office, you know, like Dianne Feinstein and Sheila Jackson Lee. These folks want to die in office.
You would think after all that money they done stole, they would go somewhere and sit their behind down someplace.
Mm-hmm.
Good grief.
That's why I said it must be a lot of money that they're getting from corporations and kickbacks and everything. They just can't walk away from it.
They don't know how to go enjoy themselves, Lisa.
Mm-mm.
Boy, I would be somewhere with my heels kicked up. Man, I wouldn't be thinking about nobody.
All right, LVZ look like he's back.
He's back. Okay.
Yeah. LVZ?
Yeah, I hear the noise still.
No, I don't hear it anymore.
No, don't hear it anymore.
It was Donald Trump. He was messing with my stuff because I gave up. Yeah, I know he was on that heron again. He sure look. You know what I noticed though, True Roy, Lisa, seriously. I noticed something. Ain't nobody saying that. Everybody was like, Kamala Indian, Kamala Indian. Man, Donald Trump sure like a whole lot of Indians, don't he?
Mm-hmm.
He sure do.
Cash Patel, he the FBI, that's an Indian. Vivek Ramaswamy, he an Indian. Then the other dude, Lisa was just talking about, he's an Indian. And now all he talked about bringing over Indian.
Yeah.
Well, are these Indians willing to take a pay cut to get these jobs?
Well, I don't think they making that much money over in India. So for them, it's probably an increase.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for them it is. They don't make as much money. That's why many of them come over here, because what they make in India, when they come over here, they can make double what they're making in India.
Well, I just want to add a little something. I was over on Santee's channel yesterday, and you know how they do the TED Talk, right? Well, they had a woman from India doing TED Talk, and she was showing, you know, a pie, and she was basically talking about how the percentage of Indians that defecate outside. So like
outside
I think 78% defecate, but they, you know, they always do it behind a tree or something. So y'all ass is gonna have to learn how to use a toilet when you get over here. When we coming over here defecating in the yard.
And some toilet paper.
That's why I was going to say, why you think they will take a job that's supposed to pay them starting 125, 150,000, 200,000. They'll take 80, 90,000, come over here, work a whole bunch of overtime and end up making 100-some thousand because they working 1 trillion hours a week. But they so happy to leave. That's what I'm about to say, True. It's so crowded over there. They don't got great plumbing. Man, just being over here to them and them being able to buy a stick of deodorant is a great thing.
Yeah, because India is the second most populated country in the world. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. It's crowded over there.
It is, yeah. But they got some problems, LVZ. Now, me and you done talked about how, the Mexicans get down on the on the job site, and they get up on the toilet and get on all fours, and they be missing more than they be hitting. These
So
folks.
what you saying is, in the corporate world, it's gonna be a whole bunch of shitty corporate toilets, and it's gonna be Bob gonna be like this. Who the hell was in the bathroom? God,
Can't blame us.
Well, also this week, y'all, Donald Trump met with Russia, believing that he could he could talk to them and they'll end the Ukraine war. And Russia told Donald Trump, hell no, they ain't ending nothing.
You see what Putin been doing?
He said, hell no.
You see what Putin been doing? Putting televising pictures of Trump's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now see, them two true royal, they gonna have a falling out. That's what I'm worried about. Elon gonna help them have a fall. That ain't me right there. Everybody all right?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I think I'm worried about that.
I feel like the fallout is already here. When somebody disrespect you on that level and put your wife's ass on the screen, that's a falling out.
Well, Russia's also trying to get them East Indians to come over there and do tech jobs in Russia. They're trying to do the same thing that's happening here in America.
Ooh, Lord.
Right. And it ain't that they so much smarter than us, y'all. It's that their curriculum over there didn't focus on bullshit. Most of these kids over there in India, just a bunch of little kids on a computer, and they learn how the computer works.
Right.
That's it. They ain't that much smarter.
Over here, they're worried about DEI and CRT. That's why the kids are stupid.
Right.
They don't focus on the right thing.
Dumb motherfuckers don't realize you supposed to take advantage of the fact that your country got a different group of people already. You don't have to import different people.
Yeah, that goes back to what I was saying earlier. This country does not invest in itself. So when you don't invest in yourself, you're not gonna have a good outcome. We got all these babies in school. Invest in them, damn it. It don't cost that much money.
We got the dumbest Asians in the world over here in America.
You know
what? Why all the Asians we got over here dumb?
You know what, LVZ, you are absolutely right. After they then got pimped, and let me show you how they got pimped. They were sitting up here trying to figure out, well, how did black kids get into college? They pissed and moaned about it. Gathered up their little coins, got a lawyer, got some lawyers, and got some things changed around, and they still out here bitching and pissing and moaning because they can't hit the glass ceiling in corporate America. They talk about it all the time up here in the Bay Area. These Asians is pissed, but they was blaming us. You got pimped.
No,
black folk, and back then black folk were even telling them, we're not your problem.
No, we're not.
We're not your problem.
Right.
It's the legacy admissions. It's the legacy admissions. That was what was keeping them out of college. It wasn't black folk.
Well, right, because Lisa, the reason that little Billy Ho could go to college is because of that motherfucking carry out money that his mother owned back in the. That's what they run around here trying to do steal hip hop and shit and doing dumb shit instead of building video games. All these Asians over here, they run around here trying to be stupid white people instead of being like the rest of their people. Teach us some kung fu and build some video games, you dumb motherfuckers.
You're right about with the dumbness. Now they sitting up here still clueless. They got an advantage. They made them also a protective class and all of that. And still, what does America show you? They don't like you. Black folks, we've been trying to tell, this is who I call the enemy supporters. and stuff, that because you working shoulder to shoulder with them, and they will hire them over us, that you got to pay attention to the enemy, the nature of the enemy. Black folks know what they talking about. And then when they get bruised up real bad, then they want to come back to us and say, oh, now we understand. Keep your ass over there. We're not helping y'all no more. We ain't helping nobody. We minding our own damn business. Our folks are starting to get the big picture. I'm so glad we are at this point and at this time that folks are starting to wake up to me. I'm minding my own damn business. I done seen enough videos where our folks on many age groups is saying the same thing. It ain't gonna be every single one, but that's something that we have always did. Extended a helping hand. We need to keep people out of our spaces, out of our energy, out of our communities, and all of that, because we get screwed in the end. They get what they want, and then we're a sack of niggas too. No, niggas come in many shades of hues. The president is a nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Joe
stupid.
Biden is too, and so is Hunter.
Mhm.
There you go.
Ain't that what he said? He said that. I know this much though. Look, well, I gotta bring the bright side. It is a bright side to this, ladies and family. I'm gonna let y'all know what it is. So even though the price of tacos is gonna go way up now, because the Hispanics is gone, let me tell y'all the good news, right? The price of Punjabi chicken is gonna go way down. Your curry spices ain't gonna cost that much no more. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have it right here. You know, it's gonna be good things that come out of this, y'all. When you want some good spicy curry, it's gonna be like, hello, I got Slurpees. Gonna be cheap than a mug.
LBC.
Slurpee is gonna be cheap as hell. Hello, my friend.
I don't know.
I'm happy to
We might start seeing 7-Elevens get built again in the country.
Oh
Lord, be everywhere. Hey, I got them all over the place. They look now that they coming back. They, hello, welcome back. We missed you. So happy to have you. We have beef patty and pizza, my friend.
So you said that the prices of tacos gonna go up.
Oh, they going up, honestly. Them tacos going up.
LVZ, you know you can make a taco better than them at the crib. You know that.
I know, but look, we deporting the tomato pickers. Do you know how much it's gonna cost? You know how much it's gonna cost me to make me some tacos? You know how we like our taco. We like ours fully loaded. We didn't tell. I'm gonna have to go out and get my own damn lettuce. They were like, look, that's what they gonna start doing to make it cheap, y'all. You gonna go out and get to pick your own damn lettuce and tomatoes and stuff like that. We're gonna give you a free ride. You don't even have to go grocery shopping. We're gonna give you the freshest lettuce you've ever had.
I like my tacos at home because I do my tacos different. I hook my tacos up.
Y'all. The thing is, there are towns that are already speaking up, saying if Donald Trump, goes through with the deportation, some of the towns are going to be completely collapsed. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene, I was reading, I think like 80% of that, that district that she is over, those are immigrants.
Wow.
And they said if you clear all them people out, her district would literally collapse.
Yeah.
That's another example, Lisa, of not investing in ourselves. Now, their communities are collapsing.
They will collapse if they do with Tom Holman and Donald Trump pull off this deportation. Yeah, a lot of places are going to collapse.
That don't make no damn sense. Why? I can see it clearly. Why America won't invest in itself? Can anybody answer that question?
Yeah, I can. And you know the answer. It's because America is not built off how many kids black people had. It's built off how many kids white people had. White people haven't been having kids since the baby boom. So they had big plans of development all across the country. These great white folk who done stole all the money. And that's what they did. The problem was they didn't realize manpower is something you really need.
Yes.
So at first,
True.
they start so at first you done just fucked off a whole labor class as far as the black people are concerned, because you don't want to hire them, and you've done everything you can to make them unemployable in in a lot of certain settings. You've done that to make sure they don't get the highest education or the best education. So then now you done got a whole field that your kids was supposed to fill. But you ain't had that many kids. And the ones you did have was cokeheads
Right.
and whores and
And
stuff like
oh,
that.
and
And just
opioid
and
addicts
idiots.
and
Right. Opioid
opioid and fentanyl addicts.
hawk.
Yeah.
Right. Hawk. Blessed. Right. That's what they was on. And that's what you ended up having. So what you had to do, no, instead, now meanwhile, black people are still having kids. And some of us are sneaking in these professions. But instead of, well, you know what? Let's put some money in their schools and see what they can do. No, no, no. We're not gonna give these little nappy-headed nigglets anything. Let's import Chinese kids. That's when they realized they can import Asian kids. Then we started saying Asian kids. That was around the 80s. And they was trying to say how they was the model minority. But then that's when we started noticing, I can't tell. All they do is sell fake polo shirts
Right.
and sell greasy chicken wings that's 3 days old.
And
Nobody really.
chicken wings, LVZ, with the damn feathers still. They
Ooh,
fry the chicken
Lord.
wings with the feathers still on the damn chicken wing.
Oh Lord, that's
Right.
horrible.
So meanwhile, they like, okay, our kids gonna have some kids. And they just stop having kids. Now it's at a negative birth rate. So you used to run a farm that was land that black people used to have. You stole the land from them, True Roy. Kick them black people off the land. You white people start owning it, and none of your kids became farmers. Now this old white man got all this land with a bunch of Mexicans working on it because he can't find nobody else to deal with racism and pick tomatoes for 5 cents an hour or whatever they make picking tomatoes. So that's how it ended up happening. It's their greed. It ain't even they don't want to invest when, like you said, invest in themselves. The problem is they don't see us as a part of themselves.
Right.
I know. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You
Mhm.
spot on with that. Thank you.
So so now
at the end of the day, racism is their downfall.
Yeah.
yep.
Yes, that's the side
At the end
effect.
of the day,
That's
racism
the
is their
side effect.
downfall.
That's the side effect. That's the side effects of racism. Out of curiosity, since LVZ brought up birth rate with Esau and also them other ones, just out of curiosity, how many people in well, so-called last year, did anybody in your family have babies? How many babies were born in your family in
Whoa.
2024?
Think like three.
3?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think like three of
was
them.
there was 1, 2, 3, 4 extra ones in my family. 4
Yeah.
babies in 2025.
Yeah, I was about to say. And then the year before that, it was a whole lot of. That's why, because during the COVID years, it was so many babies
Oh
then
Lord, wasn't it?
that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's only 3 now. Because if y'all remember COVID, everybody was pregnant.
Except for white people.
Damn, 7.
Right. Yep. Look at those. Yeah, see?
Wow,
So it's a
7.
lot of babies. Right. This was a good year for Dorothy.
You sure was. Go ahead, girlfriend. Because I know when my granddaughter, my oldest daughter was born, my granddaughter is 4. And in our family alone that year, it was like, yeah, it was 7 births also that year. And then this is the doozy. My oldest son had 2 babies in the same year with the same woman. I said, Lord have mercy. And then there was something I was listening to when I had my daughter's baby shower. I'm listening to these little black girls talk about when they gonna have a next baby.
See?
And then
See?
when Lisa first started bringing this stuff out, I started paying attention, and I started realizing I don't see pregnant white women around here. But when I would see a white woman with children, they would be like teenagers.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
I see.
Mhm.
I haven't seen any pregnant white women anywhere
You don't
last
see them with small children.
No, it's
I
rare.
don't see him at all. I don't see him at all for real. That's wild. You know, now that you mentioned that, and
Mm-hmm.
I go to work, and it's got to be thousands of people work where I work at.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see those pregnant Hispanics, black people pregnant, black sisters pregnant all the time. I'm
Mm-hmm.
the homies would be telling me they got babies on the way. You right. I see white women walk around. They don't be pregnant.
Mm-mm.
They don't. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. They don't.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a
Are
trip.
these folks?
I never paid attention to that. Like I said, and then I started really paying attention, and I started keeping a mental count. And I'm like, damn, I can't even fill up one hand.
Are they being hatched?
Lisa did a video. They were saying that the white boy's sperm is struggling.
Lisa, are they being hatched?
Yeah, I think
You had to,
I think they've always hatched. LVZ.
yeah, what I'm saying. They like aliens, Romulan, y'all. They just was in some little pod. All of a sudden, next thing you know, they don't even be babies no more, y'all. They come out just 7 years old. I can't stand niggas. Dang. You ain't
Wow.
Well, you knew, so you heard that little runt that shot up everybody at the school, that 15-year-old white girl.
Yeah.
You heard
Talk
about
about
her
she
manifesto. Oh, she had the
talk
N
about
word
how she
everywhere.
hate niggas. She said she hate niggas for real.
Yeah.
Look, what was wild was no black people live where she. I was like, don't nobody
Right,
live out there that's
right.
black.
But see, that goes back to us saying, it's all taught behavior, because there was no black people even living around this girl.
She was mad, Lisa, because Tyrone wouldn't hit it. That's all that
Man,
was.
and she was not the prettiest white girl either. Let's be for real. She wasn't.
Jerome, it wasn't a Tyrone within 800 miles of where
Right.
she lived.
Where she lived was lily white. Yeah.
So even the white boys wouldn't touch it.
Todd ain't want none of that.
Take a look at her, and you'll understand why the white boys didn't want to hit that.
Skylar said no. Little Skylar said, oh no. Oh God. Oh Lord.
Not even a paper sack over the head, huh?
Man.
No.
Not even the little fat white boy that be eating his boogers with the glasses on. He
Yeah,
like,
he
oh,
didn't want that.
gross.
Elvis eat them Coke bottle glasses.
Right. He just started getting his workout on. He said, "Look, I'm gonna get buff. I don't want to be stuck with her."
Yeah, I'm gonna work this out. Yeah, they see it as jacked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Girl was not pulling the dudes in school. It was, after looking at her, it was very obvious.
Well, she's still mad Tyrone didn't hit it, because I'm telling you, if Tyrone would have walked up on it, she would have dropped them little draws real quick.
I'm shooting Tyrone.
She ain't that mad at black folks. They be
And
talking
burn
all
a
that.
cross right this
They be
long.
talking all that stuff.
We always see, that's the thing. The school shooter do the same thing every single time. They talk crap about hating black folk, but then they go into the school and shoot up everybody white.
Yeah.
It
Any
goes
white
the
face
same way every
every
single time.
Yeah, they go. Yeah,
every time.
yeah. You know what that made me think of? That white kid up here, up in Los Angeles. I think his father was some type of, he worked in Hollywood, some type of executive.
Oh, Elliot Rodgers.
Yeah,
Elliot
and
Rodgers.
that manifesto, he
Look,
was in there talking about black
girl,
guys and
you
stuff.
want to be with these. You want to be with these black men. You
Yeah.
girls,
So,
why don't you want?
but see
What
those
else is the
white girls.
period?
Yeah, but you had to look at what he was saying. Those white girls were going for the black athletes in high
Mm-hmm.
school.
Yeah,
They were going for the football players and the basketball
yeah,
players. And you saw what Elliot Rogers looked like. He looked like a damn
yeah.
incel.
Yeah, he couldn't.
He was
Right.
such a weirdo.
He could. I mean, he had all that money and couldn't even. Didn't have no game. Had the right car. All that stuff.
But
Still,
that's what he said. He
he
said
went
he
up.
got everything and he couldn't get a girlfriend.
He couldn't even pay a
Oh my.
prostitute. The prostitutes, a
Oh,
broke
nope.
prostitute, said, "Here, take this money back. I'm good."
She gave him the money back. Yes, that's
Mhm.
how she cleaned up her life, devoted it to the Lord.
Oh, that's funny. Oh boy.
Look, I noticed one thing about Elliot Rodger. You know he got the same haircut as Vivek Ramaswamy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
He had the same haircut. I bet you Vivek looked just like that, saying the same thing.
And besides, I think Vivek, the reason why he's also going after white folk is because if you remember when he was running, what happened? They in Iowa, it was the elderly people that told him they didn't vote for him because he was brown and they thought he was a Muslim.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So you think he ain't thinking about that when he's dragging these white folk?
And
No.
he in his feelings. That's what get me when they get their nigger moment. When they get their nigger moment and how they react to it. That's the part that blows my mind. They be all in their feelings and stuff. You didn't compromise. You didn't got on your knees and did all kind of degrading stuff to yourself to show massa that you down and all that. And they still don't like you. They don't even like themselves. They'll never figure that out. They'll never figure that out. Why are you compromising yourself?
Because it's a big deal for any non-black person to come to America and hate on us.
Mm-hmm.
See, they'll gravitate towards, and it even prop them up. See, we like these people. That's because they hate us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not really for any other reason. But see, now he done got comfortable around them, and he's telling them about themselves, and they can't stand it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like being told about themselves. See, they want to be told black people are dumb. Black people don't pull themselves up out of. See, that's what attracts them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So now Vivek ain't doing that, and he's putting the mirror to their face. They don't want that. They don't want that mirror in their face. They don't want to see who and what they really truly are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have been propped up based on lies. Let's be real. Oh, we're the smartest. No, you're not.
No.
Oh, we make the most money because we're the smart. No, you make the most money because you're white. It's not for any other reason.
No, yeah, you're right. And then they have rigged the system, like I keep saying, in their favor. And now we watching videos where they pissing and moaning. That's the part that's blowing my mind. You making $40 an hour and you don't have a clue.
But
let some black person make $40 an hour. We'll show you what we can do with $40 an hour.
If you take historically, it's always been this way. If you go back after chattel slavery, who had the skills in the country? The slaves.
Yeah,
they didn't
that's
have.
what I'm about to say.
They didn't have no skills because it is documented that white people did not work during chattel slavery.
Yeah.
So when it was over, if you remember, and LVZ, you know history real well, it was a famine down there after the slaves left. That's what they never tell you. They went into a famine down south because, see, the slaves weren't down there taking care of them no more.
Oh, let me add the other part, Lisa. And this comes from Lisa. Yes, there was a famine, but something started that which has never stopped, folks. The opioid addiction started after the Civil War.
Yeah.
And it ain't never went away.
Drugs and alcoholism was a huge problem after the Civil War.
You could just go to the drugstore and go get you some that elixir, and you get you some pure dope. Straight up. Get you some pure dope.
All this is what they running into, y'all, is what we've been told and what we know as black people all our life, y'all.
Right.
Look, you can't con and bullshit your way through a whole society. You can't do that. You can't build a society of treachery and conning and thievery and deception.
Correct.
Because eventually, when it comes down, when it becomes even and everybody starts catching up, and you don't know how to do nothing but con people, you done ran out of tricks. Now it's up to you just being smarter, working harder, and inventing and building your own. Well, they never did that. They stole what other people established.
Right.
Now
Mm-hmm.
they done stifled the people who created the most, black people, us.
Mhm.
They stifled us. They've tried to keep us out of everything that they do. Well,
Mhm.
when you keep us out of stuff, we ain't able to create stuff or new ventures. So
Well, when
they
you
don't have anything new
see,
to lean on.
when you leave us
Mhm.
alone to our own devices, that's why I said there was many Rosewoods, because they were astounded at what we can do when we are left alone.
That's why the white mob kept showing up. See,
Mm-hmm.
when the white mob showed up, that means that was a successful town. That
Yeah.
town
Yeah.
was thriving. It was a thriving black community. You
Mm-hmm.
think they showed up if it was some black neighborhood and they didn't have nothing and they were pissy poor? They left them folks alone.
Yeah,
They
that's
only went after the ones that were thriving.
now let me
Exactly.
point out something else to show you how dumb they are. So the government gave them acres and acres of land, gave it to them where they could
Mhm.
homestead and do their thing. Them dummies created the Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl was so bad that it hit where LVZ is living right now, that they said, oh, we got to do something, because they would grow them crops and you're supposed to rotate those crops. No, they just keep growing and growing and growing. Don't let the land rest and rejuvenate itself, and because they got to have the minerals and everything put back in. They're not bright. So they was given all these acres of land, grow whatever you want. You can have an abundance of crops, and you create the Dust Bowl.
Well, that's why it shows even to this day.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have your Jubilee year and you let the land rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't let the land rest. That's why it's gotten to the point where you need GMO to get the kind of crops that you need for
Yeah.
this kind of population. Why? Because they never let the land rest. So the land ain't going to keep producing like it should. And it's really their fault.
Mm-hmm. It
It's
is.
Yeah.
their fault. So instead of letting the land rest, they came up with GMO.
So
That's
now
their
you got
alternative.
right. So let's just get less nutritious food that might be harmful and make that a substitute instead of just doing it the right way.
But something got to be wrong with you. You out there, you on the soil, you looking at a problem manifesting itself. I'm gonna grow anyway.
Right.
Then one day the land just said, and they collectively was all doing this. They dumb. Now think about
Well,
this. When slavery, I'm gonna say this
down
The
last
whole
part.
point of what Vivek was saying.
I'm gonna say this last part. Okay, when they enslaved us, and some of us that they brought over from Akibalan, they were specific about who they wanted, what tribes that they wanted to cultivate the land. When we were cultivating the land here in America, there was never a Dust Bowl.
I know over here, all they did where I'm at, they just did they did exactly what you would expect they did. They sharecrop. That's
Yeah.
why my family was staying on that land of it. That's why most of these black people out here in Southern Maryland, St. Mary's County, all of that, they can trace their slavery roots right there where they at because
Mm-hmm.
they never left. They got to
That's what
sharecrop
happened.
the land,
That's where
and they and
LVZ. That's what my family was, both on my mother and father's side. They were a bunch of sharecroppers.
yep.
My
And that,
family was a bunch of runaway slaves. They started running every which way.
yeah, that's all. Son, they
Yeah, but
just
I mean,
did the shit.
but even a runaway slave got to work.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
You
I'm
true.
about
know,
to say after.
they gotta work.
Yeah,
And my
that's what
family
happened
ran
after the
too, but
Civil War.
they ended up being sharecroppers.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
ended up
because
what they
after.
did, Lisa. That's how they ended up in Arizona. They got as far as Arizona. They was trying to get to California, and they made it to Arizona, and then started working down in Arizona. I don't know how my folks survived that. That it's too damn hot, even to this day for me. Mm-mm.
They that's how they saved the crops down here though. All they did was just when the slaves was about to walk away, they just got them sharecropping jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
most of them stayed there and ate and lived there.
But you think they
So
would have
you
learned
know,
something? You think they would have learned something when we was out there cultivating the land,
They
and
don't
then
want to learn.
oh,
They
okay,
just wanted
mm-mm.
to make money. That's why they were.
Right,
That's why they had us as free labor. The
Mhm.
object was to make money, not to learn. They
Well,
figured they
right.
didn't
They
have
was
to learn because they always had us around.
right.
somebody
They
had
figured that we just do.
somebody had to say something to master and say, well, we can't keep growing this cotton on this land like this year in year out. You gotta let it rest for a while and go over here and rotate it. Something was going on smoothly during that particular time.
Yeah, and that person probably would have ended up in a tree. They don't want to hear
Yeah,
nothing from us.
Yeah, you
yeah.
right
I'm
about
about to say
They
you
don't want
got.
to hear nothing from us.
I'm
mm-hmm.
about to say because you got to remember this happened after we was left, after
Yeah,
we left slavery.
yeah, it did.
So this when the land was left up to them. They was mad. Like think about it. They ain't want to pay us nothing, but
Mm-hmm.
they didn't know nothing.
Right.
They didn't know nothing, but in their arrogance and in their hatred of us, they let us build Rosewoods and towns like that. And like you said, they built the Dust Bowl. Now those who weren't arrogant went, okay, we gonna do the sharecropping where we gonna bring you back and you can stay here on the land and everything, but we just need you to work. Well, they never asked no questions. They just turned a profit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
they thought like, they thought their whiteness is infinite. They thought they'd
yeah,
forever make money off
You
of
see,
but
they still do that though. Look at the prisons. They use the prison labor. You don't see them going in them prisons trying to learn what those inmates are doing. No, they just
it.
worried
Nope.
about the profit and getting the money.
yep. They kept, so-called liberal California. We still got slavery up here for these prisoners. They put that on the
Mhm.
ballot. Them white folks voted, said no, they got to keep working for free.
Let's say she. They better
Mm-hmm.
get their gang banging ass out here on this plantain and
Mm-hmm.
get these sweet potatoes. You
And
better
see, that's
get your
why they're so
tripping
butt
blood ass
sore.
out here.
This goes back to them being butt sore with Donald Trump, Elon, and Vivek, because
They
now
put,
they're telling them, y'all can't compete. So
mm-hmm.
we're going to bring these people over here, and that's going to really diminish them even more. Think about it. When they bring these brown people over here to take those engineer jobs, it's going to diminish them even more
Mm-hmm.
because when there are job openings, they're going to be looking for somebody brown. They're not going to be checking for them. And they
Yep.
know it. That's why they're fighting so hard over there on X. They
Mm-hmm.
know once this is in full effect and all these Indians are coming in droves over here, they become obsolete as far as being in the tech world. They start becoming obsolete, and that's what they're afraid of. They want to
Mm-hmm.
remain relevant. They still want the big salaries, whether they deserve it or not. They want to remain relevant, and they know they see the writing on the wall. They're not going to be able to easily just sit through an interview and just get the job. They got a lot of fears,
Mm-hmm.
and I see it.
Yeah, but you would too, Lisa, if all your life all you was trained to do was be a crony capitalist and a crony businessman. You weren't trained to be the next IT guy. You were trained to be the guy who was going to do venture capitalism and sink a company and make yourself rich. You what?
Mhm.
Most of these, think about it. It's white guys graduating college, but they not doing no AI.
But
Right.
It's basically what they tell.
what you're seeing is deep LVZ on a broader spell. That they never had any obstacles put in their way. You know what I'm saying? Because the system has been rigged for them to always be in a winning position. And we know how they get down when they have to receive, when they start receiving rejection. Then they want to go out and hurt folks.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be nobody left if all of us, all the rejection we have had to deal with, you know, and that's something else. You get a nigga moment, and now you want to take, you know, what they'll do, they'll take out their whole family.
Yeah.
They'll take, I mean,
and they don't like to compete. They don't like to compete. They want it given to them, even if it's not deserved. They don't want to compete.
Yeah, and I have heard folks in my family for years talk about in corporate America how vicious they are towards each other for positions and how they sabotage each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They do.
Think about it. Think about it, Trevor. Just like somebody just put George Washington Carver in there. Yeah. And Henry Ford stole a lot of his ideas.
Right.
And people use his ideas and they get the credit. Just like Thomas Edison owned a sweatshop, but he gets credit for electrical lighting and electricity, even though the person who wrote the first book on electric lighting was Lewis Latimer. That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Alexander Graham Bell had a sweatshop. Now, we know Granville T. Woods worked there and won a case against them. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. Look, it goes to their culture is to steal people's invention. They love Bill Gates. Bill Gates didn't invent Microsoft. He just stole it from the guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they right. So that's why if you think about it, that's why they've been sabotaging us all this time. Because if they left us alone, we would have sailed right past them, and they know it. We would have said it would have been no competition at all for us.
Right.
They can't compete. They can't compete because they done been conditioned to believe anything they want will just fall in their lap.
Y'all youngins this 30, 35 and under. This is what I want y'all to do. Go to a community college in your state real quick and apply for AI or IT type of job where you can get your associates in 2 years. I guarantee you can be smarter than every last one of them Indians, and they still ain't gonna hire your black ass because you gonna cost more.
Yeah. They can't compete. And they know it. That's why they're doing all this fighting now. You said America first. America first. Americans should get them jobs first. Well, you're saying Americans should get those jobs first, but I noticed one key thing they're not saying. Qualified Americans should get those jobs first. That's not what they're saying. They're saying America should get those jobs first. Like, I am of a certain hue. I should be considered first before you give these jobs to these brown people. And for a long time, it did work like that. It did. It worked out like that for them for a long, long time. It's changing. They're afraid of the change. They're afraid of the change. It's scaring them.
Yeah, and to the guy in the chat, no, we don't need to learn no Spanish. They're gonna be gone soon. Yeah, we don't need to. This is proof that learning Spanish was a waste of time. That they about to evict most of the Spanish speakers anyway.
Right. See, if they came over that border with a lot of education, it would be different for them. But many of these migrants that come across the border from South America, many of them didn't even make it past elementary school. You can't take them and put them in these big high-tech positions. There's only a certain kind of position they can have because their education is very limited. That's why Donald Trump don't care about sacrificing them. He don't care about sacrificing them.
But this is the weird thing, Lisa. It's only but so much of them tech jobs like that Yeah, it's a lot of them now, but once they get filled, that's it. They ain't gonna be doing nothing extra with hiring nobody. It's
No,
gonna always
it's
it's gonna always be them low level jobs that need somebody to work them.
they're
And
gonna have
like I said,
just enough of those Latinos around. You watch, they're gonna have just enough around. But a lot of these other ones out here, they're expendable to them. Yeah,
I look at like
somebody's gonna have to be the janitor up in all these high tech buildings. So they don't mind putting them over there and letting them do that kind of job. They're gonna still be relevant in some kind of way, but
it's
they
gonna be
don't want them
it's gonna
all
be a
here.
couple of black heads of them janitors. It's gonna be
Oh
some
yeah.
black people.
Oh yeah.
You ain't gonna have a whole bunch of Spanish people. Is what it's gonna be different though. Now
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's like it's like this. You'll see. You go like you said. You gonna have some, but if you working at the McDonald's, it's gonna be different now. He gonna be
Yeah.
on probation, come and work into the McDonald's, and then check himself back into the internment camp. He
Mm-hmm.
get to work. He get to work at the McDonald's in the day and go back to that internment camp at night.
Yo, I remember back in 2019, I went into McDonald's and it was hot. It was summertime. I just really wanted something to drink because it was very hot. So I went in there to get a drink, and it was a bunch of elderly white people working behind the register. And I was like, what are you old? And you could tell they passed retirement age, and they were all in there working.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the hell?
I've been talking about that for the longest, Lisa.
I mean, it was a lot of them, though, you know? So, I mean, y'all don't be surprised if you start seeing that again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was
A
talking
lot
about
of
that
them old
years ago.
people.
I had watched on PBS where folks had voted against their own interests. And so they had followed this elderly couple where the white guy had retired, and he couldn't enjoy his retirement, not even for 5 years. And him and his wife he was driving a long distance truck, and his wife would go with him. And that was like back in like the early 90s that I watched that.
Mm-hmm.
And the man admitted that he had voted against his own interests and stuff. See, this is how, like I was talking about, the megas just going all crazy. They pimping y'all. They already got what they wanted. They know all you got to do is just think black folks gonna be 2 steps ahead of you, and you're gonna be running. They're voting and stuff. And now we laying it out how they really doing the master plan on their ass. They doing this against their own people.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, y'all notice this fight has been going on now for over a week. You notice how Donald Trump ain't stepping in, trying to get everybody back to get. He don't care. He don't care. Donald Trump don't care about them MAGAs.
Sure don't.
And they think Donald Trump care about us. No, he don't. Donald Trump don't care. And I was laughing because I was listening to after, Latino men voted for Donald Trump in a big way. I was laughing because when you listen to them on video, Donald Trump, they like us because we got values and we got families. And I said, Donald Trump don't care about no damn Latino family. Yeah. When did Donald Trump ever walk around and say he cares about Latino values? I said, some of y'all are just way too naive when it comes down to Donald Trump.
See, what they do is they compare themselves to us and think that they are better. And I worked with a lot of Mexican men, and it is terrible to see a grown, fully man kiss a white man's ass. Terrible. So I don't know what they thought they was getting out the deal.
Yeah, well, Donald Trump said they going back for wherever the hell they came from. I heard him say it. Yeah, they going back.
Yeah, they gotta go back. They've got to go back. And this guy almost lost his whole lunch Cause I said some black men would be head janitors at some of them spots. Oh no, we've never been janitors, they're engineers at Google, Facebook. Who? You
LVZ.
was just naming he was naming companies and not naming black people.
Right.
I was seeing the other day on Lisa's channel, when there's an opening for janitor jobs up here in the Bay Area, you will see folks camping outside to get them jobs. Them jobs start at $30 an hour.
Right.
And now they trying to take those positions from us. They don't want us to, used to look down at that. Okay, you pushing a mop for $30 an hour? That's pretty damn
Oh
good.
no, they don't want no shit. Yeah, they
And
don't want
even-
no shit like that.
And
They
then
don't want no shit like that.
and even waste management, they making 45 an hour. They don't even have to get out the truck to dump the trash no more.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Then we got my man talking about we've got black engineers working at Google. Meanwhile, Elon Musk showed all of the people who was working at Twitter before and after, and you don't see not a nail black face in there one of them. And I bet you if you Google the picture of all of the people who work in Google, I bet you won't see a Tyrone Jackson.
You
So
won't.
shut the hell up.
You won't, because even Susan Wojcicki, when she was still alive and CEO of YouTube, she said she realized they do have a diversity problem at Google. And she said less than 1% of the workers at Google were black.
But he gonna tell me about all these technical engineers. Man, come
Yeah, you
on.
know who
Wait a
got
minute.
that? You know who got that at Google? Whites, Asians, and East Indians. They are the ones with those engineering jobs at Google. It's
Right.
not black men.
Who you think what black dude be rolling deep with Mark Zuckerberg? Man, dude, if you don't go somewhere, shoot, we lucky if it's a black janitor working in them buildings.
Them janitors make good money. I'm telling y'all.
Right. I know. Especially probably a janitor working at Google. But I bet you they won't hire a black one. I bet you it's Santos Javier Sanchez who's there.
LVZ, where Google is located in a sundown town. It's 20 minutes from me.
So you know it ain't no black janitors working there.
When my parents first came here, they told them out there were they out there in San Bruno. They told my parents came here in 1967. They said that's a sundown town. Be careful where you go. It ain't never changed.
Thank you. Derek Williams just typed in something that is a harsh reality. It's even that here. Mostly, and I ain't gonna say Mexicans because it ain't a lot of Mexicans over here. So Hispanics work in those high-rise buildings at night doing the cleanup. Yes, those are normally contract work. So they normally do a lot of buildings, not just one.
Right.
I got a partner who actually does that as a part-time job for this black lady who has a company out here in Virginia. But he said it. He said, "Bro, we one of the only black people who do this."
When I had my carpet cleaning service, I got my contractor's license, so I was getting commercial work, and I had contracts with Blockbuster Video and Good Guys, and we would have to go there at night. We would have to go there at night, and there would be somebody that was contracted to clean the window, the glass, and all that kind of stuff, inside and outside. And when we first got those contracts, I seen old white folks doing it. Then over time, I started seeing Mexicans.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, we see, I don't see a lot of Hispanics like many of you do. And I think a lot of it is because, it tends to get cold here. And I don't think they
Yep.
like being in the deep freeze like they,
Nope.
they don't have to worry about that out in California and, Arizona and places like that. So when I
Right.
do see them, yeah, I see them out there doing, road construction and things like that. But I don't see them in a lot of other industries. It's like certain things they do, like certain
They do.
industries,
Yeah.
that's what they're in. But a lot of these other jobs, you really don't see them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. Like that's what I tell people here too. When I got into it with some people, we said, I'm worried about the border. I said, first of all, we're in Maryland. It ain't no border. What
Mm-hmm.
fucking border? You talking about the Virginia border or the Pennsylvania border? Because outside the Delaware border, because it ain't no. Now I'm talking about immigration. I said, man, it's like 12 Mexicans here, and they all work in fast food. I ain't trying
Mhm.
to work at no McDonald's.
Mhm.
Yeah, I live on.
You see
The
them here
border is right
working
next
on
to me. You can
roads,
see them all
or
day.
yeah, you'll see them here. Like you see, some of the road work, and you always see them in fast food. They are heavily inundated in fast food restaurants around here.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you go to an office building where it's, business or medical or something like that, you really don't see them a lot.
You don't see them like that. You
Mm-mm.
go see white people, you go see black people, you go see Africans. You you not go, for real. If you see one of them, he cleaning up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You know, even our local hospital, when you go over there, you don't see a lot of them there. Most of the nurses you'll see are black nurses, white nurses, yeah, a couple of East Indian nurses and stuff. But as far as Latino,
Filipino nurses.
you don't see a lot of the Latino women even working over there as nurses.
No, you don't. You rarely see it. If you see one, she whitewashed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. If you see one, she's whitewashed. Like, oh, okay. It say Alvarez. So she not just okay. But it's gonna be one. You don't see them in certain things like that.
Right.
Like you said, construction.
Mm-hmm.
What I noticed, I see them doing all of the grunt work. Whoever in the machine is black.
Mm-hmm.
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 All the trucks, all the machines, them black people.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, I haven't seen many, but somebody had told me like those Venezuelans, they took over a lot of the DoorDash jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't really have to interview or anything for that. And a lot of them are driving for DoorDash.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know niggas ain't mad about that.
No, no, absolutely not. Mm-mm.
There's a major crack in this system. But what y'all
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
but it's the fault of the people that's been running the system.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They created this monster. Y'all created Vivek is really the creation of the people that have been propping up everybody except for black people. Anybody that comes
Yeah.
in here, y'all prop them up. This government goes
Yeah.
out of their way to help them. Y'all do things for them that you would never do for black folks.
For
So
us.
if you're
Yeah.
upset with Vivek, you that's the monster you created. You
Yeah.
created that.
Same way with Elon. Same way with Elon. Same way with Elon. Vivek and Elon, two birds of the same feather.
Mm-hmm.
All of the stuff they refused to do for us, they did for them. And now they the monster you got to deal with.
Mm-hmm. But
So
the other
now what is Vivek doing? He's biting the hand that fed him.
and the
And
other
y'all fed the beast. So hey, this is their creation and their problem.
and then another thing is a lot of people come from different countries and get an education from America, and they've been going back to their countries too to build up their countries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Well, see, that's why Donald Trump, if you listen, that's why Donald Trump said, why don't we just keep these people here?
So that tells you right there, True Roy, what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
So the education is literally here
Mm-hmm.
based on what you just said. So why do these people gotta come here to learn something that's already and get a job when we already here? Why? Well, when you make college and schools like that unaffordable to learn from,
Mm-hmm.
well then now you gotta import people here and get them to come here on visas so
Mm-hmm.
that they can work slave labor, indentured servitude. They get a salary, but it's gonna be way lower than what they, and hopefully they can get citizenship. That's that's how they get them to stay, y'all, for the 6 years. Hopefully I get citizenship after the 6 years and I can make 250,000. No, that's not what's gonna happen, Sanjay. Your ass is going back home. You, the Slurpee, the flip flops, and the curry will be
Mm-hmm.
all on the same plane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Hmm.
Filipino. You know what I'm not going to lie to you y'all. I don't think I've ever seen one Filipino nurse in the hospitals around here.
Well, let me give you all the background on Filipinos. I went to high school with them. Filipinos don't do well in school. It's a lot of them that drop out of high school. A
Excuse me,
lot of them.
excuse me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Shalom, brother Moriel. I see you there in the chat. Shalom to you. Go ahead, True Royal.
A lot of them drops out of high school. A lot of them have a very high teenage pregnancy rate, and their parents spoil them to death. Now, they are a group, you got to look at their history because a lot of them have Hispanic last names. So they've been conquered twice. They are conquered people. And so kind of like running packs, and they'll get like these little menial jobs and and um and the worst thing that I often have heard my folks say, don't ever have a middle-aged Filipino woman as your supervisor. She gonna give you hell because they want them jobs for their people. They get a lot of cleaning jobs and stuff like that. They are a group of lazy folks. I done been
Amen.
around, been around them too much. I know what I'm talking about.
Amen. Well, I be around them every day, and I know what you talk about. Not only
Mhm.
that, yeah, they some of the dumbest people. They
Yes.
cannot follow basic ass instructions.
Didn't
You can tell them something.
yeah, yeah. Didn't wasn't it years ago their president over there in the Philippines threw one of them drug dealers to the alligators? Do y'all remember that?
Mm-mm.
On a helicopter. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
did.
threw him from a
He threw him
helicopter
out a helicopter to the
into the
alligators.
alligators. Yup,
Wow.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And I'm
Mhm.
trying to tell you, they some of the dumbest. You be like, hey, I just said go put that. It's a blue car. It's a jug next to the blue car. Grab that jug and bring it back. I don't see the blue car. I don't. You say blue car. What kind of? I don't see the blue car. The blue car. They'll be standing right next to the blue. Turn around. What color is that?
Oh Lord, don't tell me that,
Whoa.
LBZ.
Wow.
Hey, that didn't happen. I was like, hey, turn around. What color car is that? Oh, and then they always laugh. Oh. Nah, that shit ain't funny. That's frustrating.
Something
I
wrong with
said a
you.
blue car. I'm
Mm,
telling you, y'all.
mm-hmm. And I'm not saying
Man,
all, because somebody put in there that they see a lot of Filipino nurses. I'm trying to
Yeah,
tell
it must
y'all.
be. Maybe it depends on what part of the country you're in. Because I tell you what, where I am in New Jersey, I
Mm-hmm.
see none.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just paid real close attention because even when I was in high school, most of them, their parents had bought them cars. And I was like, damn, these kids do horrible in school, and their parents is buying them cars.
yes, they do.
They ain't even
And you
graduated.
know,
Go ahead.
when I used to be an engineer at the mall, they was all working security, right? And I was like, they're making this little bit of ass money. A few of them was trying to get jobs because, like you said, I was working with the older Filipinos there, and we was making more money than most of everybody in there. And they would get all of their nephews jobs doing security. I go to their house, they be driving nice cars, big ass house. I was like, this dude a moron.
And
Wow, he went to the best schools and failed his whole life.
Another thing they'll do, they'll move in a house and they will give their child the biggest room in the house, and the parents asleep in the smallest room in the house. They spoil their kids.
Man,
they do that quite frequently in their culture.
Mm.
And them kids do horrible. Once them girls get pregnant, you don't even see them. They just, one day you be looking around, you be like, where's so-and-so?
the ones here, this is the funny stuff, y'all. Y'all gonna laugh. The men here, they the older men and women, they live in Northern Virginia. Y'all and Montgomery County, people in the DMV, y'all know what I'm talking about. They keep their kids away from the city. Because the cute Filipino females feel like they too attractive to mess with any Filipino man. So they don't like to keep them.
They like brothers.
I'm about to say, y'all know the first thing that they go for is, you know how you know if a Filipino was ugly when she was younger, when you look, she got a Filipino husband. Because if she is over 40 and she got a Filipino husband, that means she was ugly when she was young. Normally, if she over 40, she got a black husband or a black child somewhere.
Yeah. Because the ones I went to high school with, most of them, their children are black, and even a Filipino guy who actually graduated, me and him were pretty close. He married a black woman and had 4 black daughters. They like black people.
Dang, somebody said it's a lot of moist men in their culture. Lady boy. Tim, is that what it is? I'm telling you. Because I'm telling you, hey man, look, where I work at, it be a lot of young Filipino girls, they be shooting their shot. I'm like, little girl, you know how old you are? I am too old for you.
Now, when I look at a Filipino dude with his thin, pasty ass, no bone structure, that's like when Lisa talk about them Asian men. Sister's not attracted to that. You got to have some bulk on you. And ain't nothing going on with him. He paper thin. Can't do nothing with that.
I think it's because they be so short. Most of they ain't really that tall.
True.
No, they're not.
Awesome. They not. You right, LVZ.
Like Jabari is taller than most Filipino men. Right now, he is 12.
Mm-hmm.
And he towers.
Yeah,
Jabari, like what?
I noticed, because y'all watch that. I watched the NFL. I saw Beyonce's performance, and I'm like, damn, Blue is 12. She's taller than Beyonce.
I was about to say these kids is tall. I think Jabari like 5'6" or 5'5". I looked the other day. I said, damn,
like, these kids are tall.
my baby ain't that. He's tall. He's like, my nephew is a couple years older than him. He's taller than him.
Yeah, they'll have he gonna have a growth spurt on you, because my oldest son did that. One summer he was wearing a size 10 and he jumped from a 10 to a 12 during
That's
the
what
summer.
I'm saying.
I'm like, damn, what's going on?
And them Filipino sisters be looking at these young brothers walking around here, these young Filipino girls. The cute one, they getting brothers. I ain't seen a cute Asian that ain't walking with a brother in the DMV.
Years ago there was a Asian young woman, and she did a video and she was talking about that, and they said, you don't, somebody was asking her, you don't date Asian men? She says, no, they're too little. They too little. I was like, what? And she really wasn't that big, but that's what she said. She said, they too little. I know, no Asian man, too little.
What she
See?
mean? Little?
She means like in stature, in size. They're just small men.
They small
And
all
she
over the
says
place.
she's like
Lord.
taller, bigger men.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, you know.
I know
That's
she
what they
did.
want.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Jerome.
Yeah. She said they were too little, and she was a little Asian woman herself.
Yeah.
Right.
I could say a whole lot about that, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
that's the truth.
she wasn't talking about that. She was talking about them just.
No, she was. She was talking about the whole damn package,
Oh,
Lisa.
yeah. Well, she said they too little.
Mhm.
They too little. She don't want them teeny Asian men.
Don't stop with the teeny, Lisa.
And that's no bull. Look, Brit XOXO just say, I'm 5'1". Some of them men be close. No, baby. They be your height.
Or
Like,
shorter.
I knew one tall out of all of the Filipinos I done worked around, been around. I literally only saw one that was over 6 feet.
Yeah, I never. Now I went to school with him. I never seen one that tall. LVZ. Wow.
That's what I'm telling you. I did work with one. Rogelio Boulon. He was like, LeVar, you want to play basketball with me, baby? I said, well, how I'm gonna play in an all Filipino league? He said, we just tell him you're Filipino. I said, I'm gonna be one of the tallest people there. He said, yeah, that's true. I started laughing.
Yeah, they bone structure. They too thin, damn it. They don't got no behind, no thighs. Thin.
That's why I used to mess with him. This was the wildest Filipino you would have ever seen. He was big, like thick, and 6'2". I said, damn, bro. I said, bro, what the hell was you eating that they wasn't eating? He was the only one that size.
He was
every last one of was 5'2".
A freak of nature in his culture.
That's what I said. I said, Boulon, you would have been on the Olympic team's basketball team, wouldn't you? Because you are the tallest Filipino in history. I never saw one that tall, y'all. Like this man was 6 feet too.
And they stick out like a sore thumb when they're that tall.
Yeah. Have you ever LVZ? Have you ever been around some of them with nappy hair?
Oh, I only seen a couple of them with the dark complexion and the curly fro.
Yeah, I was one of them. One of them I went to school with. His hair was nappy.
Yeah, that was a Negrito. They told me that, like, if you talk to the lighter ones, they'll tell you, no, they're still there. They live in the mountains. They stay away from the rest of the people.
Oh, okay.
And they said they real short. They said they used to be the pygmies from Africa that was there.
Yeah, well,
that's what they said.
You look it up. There's pictures of them online. You can see them. They're dark and they got afros and yeah. I mean, I've seen that.
But yeah, I never that tall like that, LVZ, ever. Wow.
That's what I'm telling you. And that I swear, and that's what messed me up, True Raw. I'm like, damn, I'm around 1 million of them every day. And I work with some of them, and I got to be honest, I literally do know one that was 6'2". He got to be the tallest Filipino in the history of the world. He is in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Tallest one in the history of the world.
The history of the world.
Filipino. Tallest in the history. I'm telling you, Guinness Book of World Records. I'm going to put it down there.
Wow.
I know somebody mentioned Samoans. Now, it was a lot of Samoans up here that I went to school with too as well. And they was back in the day when folks was getting jerry curls and getting your hair pressed and all that. They would be right up in there in them black shops, getting them Jerry curls, getting their hair pressed and curl and all. But something that I did notice about them, even though they're very big in stature, they're slow on their feet. So that's why you don't see a lot of them in sports. They're very slow on their feet.
Well, when they play sports, they play football. They
Mm-hmm.
don't play. They can't. You right. They don't play basketball. They
Mm-hmm.
play football. And when they play football, where they play through the line,
The
the
line.
offensive line
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
defensive line. And
That's
like you
it.
say, they most of the time they slow of foot.
Mm-hmm.
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 Mm-hmm. Wow.
Normally, I wonder is because they so big and muscle mass. Because it's
Yeah,
like this.
them people
It's
big,
like
and
the
you know what?
skinniest one I ever saw was The Rock before he took steroids.
Yeah, he is. And then another thing, I noticed is they don't like wearing shoes. They'll wear flip flops year round. It can be pissing raining outside. They don't like their feet all covered up like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that's about. They be having afros to the sky. If they don't be
Mm-hmm.
getting that process though, don't they? Don't they, True
Yeah.
Rose?
You
Yeah.
know, I had when I was teaching, I had a guy in my class from South Korea. And the thing that blew me away, LVZ, it would be snow on the ground. I don't know if any of you ever seen this. It would be snow on the ground, and dude would walk in my classroom with flip flops on.
Wow.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Yep.
are you
Yep.
insane? Did you see the
Same.
5 inches of snow on the ground?
You got on
Yeah.
flops.
He would
Yep.
have flip flops on, and it would be snow on the ground, and that's how he would come in my class.
Mm-hmm.
And he
And
was
he
like,
would
"Oh
then he
no!"
was
And I was like, "Are you insane?" He's like, "No, no, no, I'm fine. I'm fine."
he would say an Asian proverb: "The cold on your feet, you must suffer as the wind rolls through." Like, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Get a pair of Timberland.
I'm like, "Man, put some damn shoes on." I mean, I was
Hey.
cold just looking at him.
I can recall you making me think of something. I can recall when I would on them cold days as a child going to school. You know, your mama got you bundled up, hat, scarf around your neck, and I would see them white girls come to class. She would have on a pair of shorts, a thin shirt, and a windbreaker, and I'd be like, "Ain't that cold? It's cold." Black folks, we be sitting in class with our coat on. They be just walking around paper thin. I never forget that. Shorts on a winter day.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
understand that either. I just he would just have his bare feet in these flip flops, and it would be like February with snow on the ground.
Mm.
Toes red as a
I'm
motherfucker.
like,
No,
are you crazy?
the numbness of my feet only make my heart colder with each snowdrop.
No, he would just
What?
tell
One
me. He
must
said,
be
"No, no,
one with
no.
the winter.
Seriously, I'm fine. I." He told me. He said, "I wear flip flop year round."
Wait a minute. Chris G added to it and wet hair. You spot on about that.
Mm.
Yeah, they would come to school with wet ass hair every day.
Mhm. Oh man.
And it's cold outside. Wet ass hair.
The goofiest kids ever. Y'all can't afford no coats.
Yeah, wait a minute. You ever seen one of them out there with their babies? Had a baby in the stroller. The baby don't got no hat on, no booties on their feet. The baby just out there
No,
just naked.
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy.
You see our babies, all you see is some eyeballs. That's it. Baby bundled all the way down. They don't wear gloves or boots in the snow. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I will never forget that. I thought that was the craziest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Samoan blood gangs. What, you a Samoan version of the Crips and Bloods?
You said I have a family member who doesn't bundle down her baby. Can you say so? Well, we got that new generation. Because I mean, I don't know if my kids is over here listening. Some of them, they don't comb their baby's hair. There's some of my grandbabies. And I got a lot of them too. That's all I'm gonna say. They be doing some interesting things when you got grandbabies.
Mm-hmm.
Come over to grandma's house. I'm gonna comb your hair. I'm gonna do what I want to do when you up in my crib. Then I send them back all ruined.
Mm-mm-mm.
She
I
sent
just
him
give them
back.
a whole bunch.
She sent him back, and the kids be saying, "Mom, ain't you gonna do my hair?"
You know
Grandma
what?
did my hair. Grandma.
You know what, Lisa? One time I was doing a lot. I was doing a video, and I had Nadia over, and I was cussing, and you could hear Nadia in the back talking, "Oh shit," and I said, "Oh, you gotta watch my mouth." She back there cussing up a storm. She wasn't even a year old yet, just cussing.
Nah, Mimi is the verbal police in here. She's
Uh-oh.
not exactly sure what curse words are. So
Uh-huh.
if she don't know what it is, she'll tell you, don't say bad words. I was like, man, I'm frustrated right now. Oh, Pop, don't say bad words. I said, I didn't say nothing. Don't say bad words. Okay, baby. I won't say bad words.
Mm-hmm.
And
People will hear that.
I remember the first time I said a cuss word at the dinner table, I almost got banished for life. And I was coming home from kindergarten, and kindergarten was only like a block away from where we lived in the hood. And someone wrote in the street in huge letters with chalk, Fuck. Now, I could sound words out, so I knew what it said, but I didn't know what it was. So we were sitting at dinner, and I said, "What's?" And my mom was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "Where did you see?" I said, "I saw it written in the street." Oh my goodness. Oh, I got in so much trouble for sitting at the dinner table and saying the F word.
You can't help that you was smart. you,
Boy.
you was just pronouncing the words.
Well, I never did that again. I never did that again. Wow. All right, y'all. So I gotta thank my super chat and super stickers here. And Dark Skin Brother, thank you for the super sticker. And Dark Skin Brother, thank you for the super chat. Get him, my warrior sister. Dark Skin Brother, boy, you are the one that's amazing.
Right.
Keep up the amazing work. Lisa, my warrior sister, they ain't stopping us. Thank you for the super sticker, Dark Skin Brother. Dark Skin Brother, thank you for the super chat. Give them that work, Lisa and LVZ, my warrior family, straight up truth. Y'all speaking family. Dark Skin Brother, thank you again for the super chat. Trolls, big mad tonight. I say stay mad, mofos. Dark Skin Brother, thank you for the super chat. Facts. They still think these devils can save them. Dark Skin Brother, thank you for the super sticker.
Wow.
Charjay, thank you for the super chat. Happy faux New Year's. Let's prepare for the real one. Okay, brother man to you. Thank you for the super chat. Guess there is no limit to what white people will do. Dark Skin Brother, thank
None at all, man.
you for sticker. Carletta, Trump is Satan and Elon is the Antichrist. They both deserve each other. 6 January is nothing compared to what's to come. Wait, watch, and see. Thank you. And
No,
thank you again, Carl. Huh?
oh no! I was trying to say something in the chat. I was telling Onika
Oh,
something. My bad.
Carlette, thank you again. I enrolled in robotics and sensor class since that is the future. Let's tell those white people, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Let me get over it. Dorothea Knox, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your support. Uh-huh.
Yeah, thank you for your support too, dark skinned brother. I
Hmm.
appreciate you.
Oh, Danielle Meyer, you said my son was recently diagnosed with mild autism. Well, I'll keep him in my prayer. I know that's a very difficult thing to deal with, and autism is a disability. Mm-mm-mm. So I want to thank everybody. Boy, we've been over on here for over 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
2.5 hours exactly.
Yeah, and
So,
again, let's be prepared. Let's be prepared in March to celebrate our true New Year. We do not
mhm.
celebrate the dead. We celebrate when things are blossoming and blooming.
Yeah, you ain't never lied because it is nothing but bare trees all around me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and windy as hell. I don't know if it's windy where y'all, boy, the wind has been crazy today.
It's just been bone cold.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all know
Nah, that was yesterday.
we got that polar vortex coming.
Mm.
So the entire
Yeah.
coast is going in the deep freeze, and so is the Midwest. So we are
Mm-hmm.
about to freeze our behinds off.
Mm-hmm.
That Arctic blast coming down through Canada is going to be hitting us.
Mm.
I think for us, it's going to be by the end of the week into next week because they said it's going to go on for 8 to 14 days. So
All
it's going to
right.
be very cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had a tornado warning here yesterday. So
Oh, y'all had a tornado warning in Maryland?
yeah, it was all day yesterday. It was
Wow.
it started right in the harbor. So yeah,
Okay.
it
We
was
had rain. It was rainy here, but we didn't have any tornado warnings.
yeah. Yeah, Jabari was laughing because he's like, okay, your TV done went off 3 times. My tablet done went off. Your phone is going off. And then the next thing you know, you hear the wind. I said, oh, yeah, it's serious.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they said we're going to be windy for the next 48 hours, but I tell you what, I'll take it over that fog that I have been hearing about. Some place like Iowa said they had fog for 5 days in a row. And the fog, and I don't think it's fog. Whatever it is, I don't think it's a fog. They said this stuff don't go away. It stayed in the air for 5 straight days, and it had a funny smell, and people were getting sick, and they don't know what it was, but that don't sound like fog. Fog will dissipate in a few hours. If it goes on for 5 days, I think whatever it is, it wasn't fog.
Mm. Well, my royal family, all I want to say is, would y'all please keep my family in prayer? Um, I got to go to court coming up soon. Something that has
Mhm.
been on my mind heavily. I won't really go into details about it, but I just need the royal family's prayer.
Well, you got mine.
Thank you.
Definitely. You got mine. Okay, Carlette, thank you again for the super chat. You said I received an AS in physical science mathematics degree. Stay amazing, everybody. Well, congratulations on your degrees.
Yeah.
And y'all, thank you for your support and thank you again for being here tonight. And we'll definitely come back because I got one scheduled for tomorrow about Pluto aligning with the sun the same day of the inauguration. So if you're not into that sort of thing, then that live stream may not be for you.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I didn't even know that. I didn't even look that up, Lisa. Wow.
Yeah.
Because
So, but everybody else that will be there tomorrow, I will see you then. I want to thank True Royal and LVZ for being on the panel tonight. It was definitely a pleasure having both of you here. And everybody, please stay safe and shalom.
all right.
Shalom. Love y'all. See you later.
Ashe to the royal family.